Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Insiders say it had to happen. The city of Detroit enters into an emergency contract to get more ambulances on the street. It is good to have you with us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Christy McDonald, in for Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. That announcement today comes amid a problem we've been tracking for months. Staffing issues leaving swaths of the city with little to no ambulances. Under this emergency contract, the goal is to have 40 ambulances on the street per day. So let's get out to Sean Lay. He's live tonight. Sean, what are your sources inside the department saying about this?
That when we were here live, Kimberly, on a Monday at the end of April, this particular EMS crew was closed for the day in the Midtown area, along with 10 others citywide. That's 11 crews closed down. Ambulances not on the street, we're told. That got the city's attention.
The time is 10 to 18 hours with no transport units available.
Time and again, we have sounded the alarm that due to staffing, due to exhausted Detroit EMTs leaving the Detroit Fire Department, many parts of the city had no EMS crews available.
There are no transport units available.
At one point recently, we revealed that 11 units citywide, that's 11 ambulance crews, were closed on one day. Sources told us that was extremely dangerous for anyone having an emergency. We asked the questions of Detroit Fire. We were told that firefighters are trained medical first responders, but fire engines don't rush people to the hospital. Medics driving ambulances do. Now, Detroit Fire announcing it has reached an emergency contract with Universal Ambulance, a private ambulance company out of Macomb County. Universal will have 11 units working for Detroit Fire. Add that to Detroit's EMS crews, and 40 crews will be responding for the next 4 summer months. I asked Fire Commissioner Chuck Sims that if this emergency deal is in direct response to the city being without multiple ambulances nearly every day.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, what we're trying to do is just provide the most optimal service to our citizens. So, like I said, we looked at all our options, and this would definitely help with that. We're hoping in the near future that we'll be able to eliminate all the concerns in regards to a shortage of ambulances.
Back here live, so the goal to get more rigs on the street to help, and of course more emergencies and fewer closures due to manpower issues. Kimberly, Christie, it's a $500,000 deal the city is paying Universal to come in and try to make up those gaps. Back to you.
Yeah, sounds like good news, Sean, but this is not a permanent fix.
It's not. It's a 4-month contract over the summer months to pick up on more calls coming in.
Yeah, okay. Sean, we appreciate it. Christy.
Former President Trump has arrived in Miami tonight ahead of his scheduled arraignment tomorrow in federal court. At the same time, police in Miami are stepping up security for what's expected to be a chaotic day. Alice Barr is in Washington tonight as preparations are well underway.
Good evening. Former President Trump today traveled from his club in New Jersey to South Florida to appear before a judge tomorrow as the first former U.S. president to ever face federal charges. Former President Donald Trump arriving in Miami today ahead of his historic initial appearance in federal court tomorrow on charges he illegally took classified national security documents when he left the White House and conspired with an aide to hide them from investigators as the former president calls for protests.
They have to go out and they have to protest peacefully.
Security is ramping up at the courthouse.
I believe that people should have the right to express themselves. But we also believe in law and order.
On the campaign trail over the weekend, former President Trump calling himself the victim of a political prosecution.
This vicious persecution is a travesty of justice.
While slamming the special counsel in charge who insists
we have one set of laws in this country and they apply to everyone.
The 37-count indictment accuses the former president of storing highly sensitive materials, including on the nation's nuclear programs, in unsecured boxes in a bathroom and on a ballroom stage at Mar-a-Lago, showing them to people on 2 occasions and defying the government's efforts, including a subpoena to get them back. The former president's ex-attorney general weighing in.
If even half of it is true, then he's toast.
2024 Republican rivals and GOP lawmakers largely standing by Mr. Trump, pointing to President Biden's ongoing documents investigation.
The idea of equal justice is not playing out here.
While legal analysts stress there's a key difference in the Trump case.
It's the refusal to give them back. It's the obstruction.
As the unprecedented allegations roil the political landscape, security officials bracing for a first-of-its-kind courtroom appearance.
Former President Trump will likely go through the normal steps of being fingerprinted, having his photo taken before he's released with conditions. He's planning a speech and fundraiser back in New Jersey tomorrow night. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Again, that's happening about 3 o'clock tomorrow. And just a little history on the judge in the case. Aileen Cannon went to Duke for her undergrad degree, but she graduated from the law school at the University of Michigan. Well, tonight we are getting our first look at video of an attack on a Detroit police officer.
Yeah, this security camera video shows a man trying to grab the officer's gun, and the officer starts fighting back. Police say these are the two men who did it. Take a good look there. Victor Williams is live on this story for us tonight. Victor, the officer was able to wrestle that gun back.
Yeah, that's right, Kimberly and Christy. And the video of all of this taking place is quite shocking, to say the least, especially for one man who goes to that store all the time.
It was like, it took me back for a second, because thinking a young kid like that is able to do something so brazen and so bold, especially in the daytime in the open like that, is really surprising.
Maurice Hill couldn't believe what he was seeing while looking at surveillance video of both suspects going for an off-duty officer's gun while he was in full uniform.
It kind of makes you nervous thinking about, is people out here like that that's willing to go that far? We won't know what really the cause is, but just knowing that kids is out here going that far is probably something we need to check in on and make something better for the neighborhood.
Video shows the quick exchange. You see both suspects inch closer to the officer when one goes for the gun. The officer quickly reacts and starts wrestling with the first suspect to keep his weapon, but loses it for a few brief seconds as the back and forth struggle intensifies. The officer is able to retrieve his gun, but we soon find out the suspect in the background by the door is armed as well with what appears to be a Glock 9. Surprisingly, there was no exchange of gunfire.
Thankfully, it didn't end as bad as it could have been, just how the whole thing scaled out. If you're in a situation where you're finding yourself taking a gun from an officer in the gas station, you should find something better to do with your life.
And if you guys know the two men pictured in that video, you're asked to call DPD. They would like to hear from you as soon as possible. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Victor, speaking of those two men in that video, it's a pretty clear shot of them. What can you tell us about the search for those guys who did this?
Well, we know not too long ago that DPD, they executed 2 search warrants, so they have some type of idea who these two men are. But we are told that in just a few moments, we are going to get an update from DPD. So as soon as that happens, and if any new information comes out of that, we'll keep everyone updated.
Yeah, and during this newscast. Okay, Victor, we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
A pedestrian is killed in an early morning crash on Detroit's east side. It happened right around 6 this morning on Gratiot near McNichols. The 30-year-old man who was hit, he died shortly after medics arrived on the scene there. The driver of the car that hit him stopped and is cooperating with police investigators.
Okay, so let's get you caught up on your forecast right now to the weather as we take a live look outside from our Windsor sky cam. It's, cloudy, but at least the haze that we were talking about all last week from those Canadian wildfires is gone now. We really needed that rain yesterday, and we could use some more still.
And from the looks of it, we're going to get it. So let's get over to Kim Adams for her first look at the forewarned forecast for us. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Christy and Kimberly. Well, this is why I started with ExactTrack 4D radar, even though there's nothing on it, because when you look at the sky, it looks like it's about to rain at any moment, but it's dry on ExactTrack 4D radar, and it will stay dry through the evening hours. Next chance for rain will be overnight tonight and into Tuesday. It's cool, too. 66 in downtown Detroit, 64 in Mount Clemens and Port Huron, 61 in Pontiac, low 60s in Ann Arbor, and also in Howell, barely making it even into the 60s in some spots. We should be closer to 80 degrees this time of year. If you're headed to the Tigers game tonight, it's going to be chilly. Temperatures will be in the 60s, but by the time the game ends, it'll be closer to the upper 50s. You add to it a little breeze and definitely a fall-like chill in the air. Now, tomorrow morning around daybreak, the rain returns, and that rain will continue off and on throughout the day. Not an entire washout, but scattered showers from time to time and cooler than normal with highs only in the upper 60s. Let's talk about temperatures for a minute because we are going to be on an upward climb all the way until next week when highs finally get back to normal at 82 degrees, but it is going to be a chilly couple of days ahead. Now on Sunday, we do have a chance for showers, and the reason I'm talking about the weekend forecast on Monday, it's Father's Day. So I know a lot of dads are going to want to know what time to make those tea times for, and I'll have your forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Kim. At least we're trending a little bit in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly.